It goes on and on and on.
Good morning, everyone. This is Maria Luisa M. Alcantara.
I'm Jaya D. Albacete. I am Andren Janelle.
My name is Lan Mayhon from Vision 3-IT.
สวัสดีค่ะทุกคนนะคะอยู่คนซับไนท์คนไลฟ์ผมเป็นสับโลกกันชื่อนับโลกกันไนท์นะคะฉันชื่อจูลิอุสอากังค่ะ20 Okay, let's start.
Hi everyone, I'm Ivy, and for today we are going to tackle about The God Stealer by Francisco Chanel Jose. So let's dig deeper the story and check it out from my fellow members. So here they are reporting. The God Stealer is a short story of Filipino national artist Chanel Jose. It is his most anthologized work of fiction. The story depicts a lot such as religion, friendship between American and Filipinos, in which we can also link in the colonization that happened in the past, and more for you to discover.
The God Stealer by Francisco Sinel Jose. Francisco Sinel Jose is one of the most celebrated authors here in the Philippines and also best known for his novels and short stories that depict the class struggles in Filipino society. Sinel Jose is also a publisher and a lecturer on the cultural issues, and also the founder of the Philippine chapter of the international organization. He is only the writer who has only produced the series of novels that constitute the epic imaginative creation of a century of the Philippines life.
The characters of the story are Philip Latak and Sam Christie. First, we have Philip Latak. He is a native Ifugao who has converted into Christian and has spent the last few years working alongside with Sam Christie. His name was derived from the word Philippines. Became a Christian and lived in Manila and became less sentimental with his cultural identity, beliefs, and customs. Next, we have Sam Christie. He is an American with the fondness of collecting souvenirs. His name was derived from Uncle Sam, the representation of United States. He is an American who wanted to view the rice terraces. He is also interested in purchasing an original figurative of an Ifugao god. Next, we have the setting of the story. It's from Manila to the mountain place of Ifugao.
The story begins at the dawn of December with two office mates, Philip Latak, also known as Ip-Ig, and Ifugao from the mountain province, who is presently working in the big city of Manila, and Sam Christie, an American who in a few days will return to Boston for that leave which he had not had in years. Philip chooses to live in the city away from his immediate family, despite of the request of his grandfather to pass on him his share of the famous rice terraces. Philip and Sam went to Baguio City, Philip's hometown. Aside from the visiting his family, specifically his sick grandfather, Philip accompanies Sam to his hometown because he wants to repay Sam kindness by helping him get another souvenir. On the way to Philip's village, Sam is treated better than Philip. He is spoken to with deference by Philip's brother Sadiq. When Philip offers candies to his nieces and nephews, is coldly rebuffed. However, when Sam does, so he is accepted enthusiastically. People treat Sam amiably and Philip will sullen silence. Despite of that, Philip is welcomed warmly by his lolo. However, he treats Sam with furious contempt and throws a party for his grandson's return.
On the day of the party, they had turned around the village, and they had also provided candies and matches to those Ifugaos who had given them wine and sweet potatoes. They asked the Ifugaos where could they purchase an Ifugao god, but no Ifugao would sell their gods. They then visit the American Reverend Doon and converse about the Ifugao religion. The Reverend states that the Ifugao religion is based from fear and retribution, which is why Ifugaos are so attached to their gods. He also explains that Christianity is based from belief of souls, and he adds that one may lose his soul when he goes to the city and be corrupted of easy living, the pleasures of sense and flesh, so as the mass corruption. When Sam asked him, how can a man regain his soul? The Reverend states that it takes cataclysm, something tragic to happen to knock a man back to his wits to realize his loss. Upon leaving the Reverend, Sam reiterates that he must have an Ifugao god because it helps him remind Philip and the Ifugaos living in that place. Philip then offers to steal a god for Sam. Sam was horrified with the idea that Philip had presented. However, he assures him that they can just make another god. And he convinces Sam that this is a stage for him. During the party, Sam got easily bored and went to the room that he shares with Philip to get some sleep. But he is awakened with the drunk Philip, who triumphantly tells him that he had now stolen his grandfather's god. Sam is horrified and urges Philip to return the god. Philip drunkenly rants that his grandfather is wrong for loving him so much when he does not believe the old ways anymore. He mocks him when Sam continues to protest.
สวัสดีค่ะทุกคนนะคะ Let's start.
The next morning, Philip leaves Sam when he gets the news that his grandfather is dying. So Sam wanders the village and he meets the chief of police who treats Jim with respect. He asks Sadek how his grandfather died. Sadek told him that it was because of the loss of the god that Philip had stolen. So at that time, Sam is doubtful about this, but Sadek is certain about his news. He stated that his grandfather died in Philip's arms and expresses worries about his brother. So when Sam finds Philip, Philip is determined to stay. Philip lashes out of Sam, saying he killed his grandfather who loved him most, just because he wanted to be grateful and get rid of his life in the mountain. So he tells Sam that he can buy anything, even gods. But Sam noticed Philip was wearing an Ifugao attire, which means Philip is no longer getting back to Manila at that moment. Philip was also making another god. So Sam left no choice with a heavy heart. The moral lesson of the story, which is the God's teller, is to always respect and understand one's heritage, because as a result of living in the area, Philip, the main character, has become less sentimental about his past roots and cultural identity, because in exchange for a higher salary, that's why he has stolen his grandfather's Ifugao god statue. In the end, his grandfather died out of grief for the missing god statue. And that's all for today, and that's the story all about. And thank you for watching and listening. Bye! ขอบคุณค่ะ